feel a little like deja vu from Game 3, Sheldon, in terms of the lack of flow and the power plays and maybe the challenges that ensued from that?
Not quite the same in terms of how it felt, but I didn't think it was a very good hockey game, really, from either side. I thought it looked like two really tired teams playing their third game in 4 days and fifth game of the series. Um, that said, I thought they played a real smart game. They didn't give us very much once they got a lead. It really played into their hands, and we were unable to get the necessary offense that we needed to get. We got a lot of shots and a lot of things happening on the perimeter, but we couldn't really get the grade A chances, especially after the first period. There wasn't a lot going on for us offensively there. So credit to them that they did a good job. Obviously, our special teams, power play in particular, gets us a huge goal early. But then we give it back and then give a second one there. So that's ultimately the difference in the game, of course. But we got to find ways to generate more offense than that.
Trevor Moore just said he thinks this team can be better 5-on-5, and that could be a factor in Game 6 and 7 if you're able to get there.
Yeah, we think so. Just in terms of us generating better shots. I didn't think we were bad at 5-on-5. I mean, we didn't give up very much ourselves at 5-on-5. But we didn't create enough, and we got in a hole. You give up 2 shorthanded goals against. It's a tough sled, and it really eats away on any sort of life and momentum that you're trying to generate as a team, in particular in a game of this magnitude. So that's tough. You're trying to generate some life. We just couldn't get a break to go our way, and as I say, didn't create enough offense to make it go our way.
What specifically was going on with the power play, do you think?
Well, it's a combination of things. First of all, you got to give a lot of credit to them, right? They're the number 1 penalty kill in the league, regular season and playoffs, for a reason. So that's a great challenge in and of itself. But face-offs is where it starts for me. You lose the face-off on your power play, and you're set up for failure, especially against a team like this. The strength of their penalty kill is how they defend in the neutral zone and defend their blue line. So you lose the face-off, and it kind of starts a snowball for you. So that's part of it, but we've got to do a better job of finding our way through that neutral zone. Not many teams in the league have been able to do it, and it's been an issue for us. That said, we didn't have any problem with it early in the game. We walked through it with speed early in the game. We got a huge goal to get our game started. Thought we got off to a good start. But we were unable to stay with it.
Rasmus is obviously a talented guy, but on that shorthanded goal, does he need to be more aware of the situation, the ice, and the time of the game, or what do you say to him after that?
I think it's an unfortunate play. I mean, it's a puck that kind of gets away on him. It looks bad on the defenseman, whomever it is, when those situations happen. But those are tough plays, and you're the last guy back. You know what? That's a player here. I think he's turned 19 now, but he's in his 18-year-old season, and we play him 30 minutes out there tonight. It's a lot to ask from him, and because of guys like him, that's why we're playing this time of the year. So we'll shake that off.
Sheldon, it's not common for a player to go to the box and then get called out. Is there any explanation there for you? Or?
Yeah, the explanation was that it was called as a head contact hit, and after talking to the other officials, they felt there was no head contact, which I didn't have a good enough feel for it. But their sense was that they wanted to get it right. They felt there was no head contact, so they were going to reverse the call. I, of course, will ask the question. Maybe if there's no head contact, well, maybe you're an inch or two away from bringing a stretcher out. So tell me whether maybe you should call the intent and keep the players safe. I don't know. That's a slippery slope.
Given the fact that you have some people that were here last year, getting with the Game 7 and being your backs against the wall, how do you think that your team is going to be able to handle this in stride? Lemaire needing more, talking about positivity. How is your group going to be able to handle this?
Well, we're going to find out, but I believe in our group. I think we have to stay positive here. We got to go out and win one game on the road. We've played very well on the road as a team, and we've played very well in Charlotte. We're very comfortable there. So no reason for us to panic or anything like that. We got to settle in and win a hockey game. At this point, it's a tough task ahead. We know that, and the biggest challenge of all is that you're facing a very good team. But we believe in our group. I think we're going to have a good travel day tomorrow. We'll get down there, we'll get settled in, and we'll get excited to play a game. I expect it to be our best game of the series. Our guys don't want to go home.
Is Skyler Rose expected to be in the lineup for that game? Or?
He's day to day at this point, so we're just going to have to see how he settles up in here.